Hello, welcome back, ballers. This is Jacqueline. Welcome to Chesticles. I call it Chesticles because I have brass balls. And not a bad thing. It's all good. It's not a bad thing. I just came back from a trip over the weekend, and I just wanted to give you a weekend in the life of my wild and crazy shenanigans. Went to see Tim McGraw at the 5-Star Forum in Milwaukee. Oh my word. He is just so good, so good. However, Carly Pearce opened for him. I love Carly Pearce. I wanted to see Carly Pearce. I decided I had plenty of time to take a nap. Now, I don't know what socks I was smoking to think that I could flip and wake up on time for this to happen, but it didn't. And so I missed everything but her last song. Sorry, Carly. I did go back and YouTube everyone that I missed. Love you. I don't know why I didn't wake up. But I finally did go and I saw Tim McGraw. Okay. So then I'm leaving Saturday morning and I got my shuttle, got to the airport, plenty of time, but I had to do a layover, which I hate layovers because, believe it or not, as much as I love to travel, I don't really love to fly. Like, I'm over it and I can deal with it, but it's just not my favorite thing in the world to do. So I hate layovers. Plus, to me, it's just such a waste of time, but, I could not get a direct flight from Milwaukee to Philadelphia, so I had to do a layover in Chicago. So I get to the airport, get on my plane, get to Chicago, very quick flight, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, a little bit of turbulence, but nothing terrible. And then I have time to waste in Chicago. I had like another 2.5 hours. So I decided I'm going to treat myself to a massage. I am, these airports, some of them, they have a lot of stuff to offer. You could get a manicure, a pedicure, a shoe shine, but this one had a massage and my body was aching. So I decided I'm getting a massage. I look at the clock, I look at the time, plenty of time. So I go in, they said, okay, well, we have something at, such and such time. And I said, I have to be, now this place I got the massage is right near my gate. It's right near my gate. There was no long haul or anything like that. I was set up perfectly. But he's like, no, you're going to have to come back because you have to, we don't have anything right this second. But don't worry. You come back, give you a massage. You're not going to miss your flight. And I'm like, yeah, it'll all work out. So I decide to go to the bar and get myself a cocktail. And then I finish my cocktail, go back to the massage place, and we start my massage. Well, she did a pretty good job. Not the best massage I ever had, but it was pretty good. And I was just aching, so it felt great. And I was relaxed, and I was like, such a great time at the concert, such a great weekend, felt great. Come out of the massage place, then I go to pay. Now, I asked the gentleman ahead of time, can I pay now so I can just, hit the highway, And he's like, no, you pay later. You can pay later. I was like, okay. I should have put my foot down. I should have used my chesticles and insisted no, but no, I didn't. I'm like, yeah, I'll have plenty of time. Get out of the massage place. I'm like, oh dear, my flight is leaving in 4 minutes. So I don't have far to go. I start hauling the very, couple feet, couple yards. I go and I get to the gate and the plane's gone. And half of me was like, but it said it was leaving in 4 minutes from now. But I realized that, that's really just an estimate. Plane is gone. It's gone. You can't see it. So I said to the woman behind the counter, I was like, excuse me, I need to be on the plane. I was supposed to be on the plane. She goes, what plane? I'm like, that plane. And she goes, That plane left. Oh my God. I miss Carly Pierce because I oversleep, and then I indulge in a massage, and now I miss my flight. And my biggest panic was, because it was like in the evening, and my biggest panic was like, how late is this next flight going to be? Or are they going to have another flight out, Fortunately, she's like, I can put you on a flight. It was like a 2-hour flight. So I just walked myself right on back to that bar that I was at earlier, and I had myself another cocktail. Oh, got on the flight. And I'm like, not trying to sleep because I don't want to be awake all night. Like, I want to get like on a schedule, and I want to, my sleep patterns are so off anyway. And I was having really good sleep, so I didn't want to like nap on the plane, which is normally what I would do. But since it was so late, I didn't want to do that. So I'm like, okay. So I was sitting up, and, I'm like, got a tray table down. She scooches on by. What can I get you? For some reason, I was craving cranberry juice. This is not something I typically drink, but I was in the mood for cranberry juice. So I got myself a cranberry juice. Put my cranberry juice on my tray. Go to take my first sip. And as I do, I spilled the cranberry juice all over me. Well, mostly on the tray. And then it just kind of went down. It was all over my shoes. Hopefully I didn't damage anybody else's stuff, but the entire glass of cranberry juice or cup of cranberry juice is everywhere. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I just can't, So I cleaned it up as best I could, but I mean, really, how am I gonna, that needs some serious, Stanley steamer cleaning to get that cranberry juice out of that floor. Oh, but I'm all sticky, and, I did have wet wipes in my bag, so I'm trying to clean it up as best I could. I got the tray table, but it's all over the floor, and it's all over my shoes, which I didn't notice because I was wearing my black shoes, so I didn't really notice it. Then I get out of, so I'm in the middle seat, because remember, I just got added onto that flight because I missed my first flight. And no, that's not the first time I've missed a flight, okay? It isn't. I'm ashamed to say it, but it's true. I missed a flight one time before. Anyway, not for the same reason. Well, kind of, but anyway, so I'm in the middle seat, which I don't mind being in the middle seat. I prefer, if I'm given a choice and there's no extra charge, because I'm too cheap to pay for a seat if I don't have to, that I prefer to sit in the aisle. I don't know why, I just like to sit in the aisle. But so I was in the middle, there was another girl that was sitting by the window, and then there was a girl in the aisle seat. Well, the girl at the window seat needed to use the restroom a lot, so she needed to get up. Listen, it's a little bit of a long flight. It doesn't bother me one iota. The girl in the aisle, she was not having it. Every single time this girl had to get up, she slams her tray table up. She pulls herself. I mean, she's just miserable. Which I thought, you know what? Give her some grace. She might have had a rough day. Maybe she overslept for Carly Pierce too. And she was upset. But I felt so bad for this other girl who was sitting, because she's looking at me like, is she for real? Like, she's that pissed? But I just was like, sure, no problem. And I'm trying to indulge her in how it's okay that she can get up to use the restroom, because it's not her fault we're all sitting here, locked into each other. It is what it is. You get on an airplane, that's what happens. Especially, when you're on the aisle, there's people that are going to get by you. You just have to accept it. Well, this woman was not having it. And then, you should have seen her face when I spilled my cranberry juice. Couldn't have been water, couldn't have been even Sprite. Sprite would be sticky, but at least it would be clear. No. Why did I crave cranberry juice at that particular time, only to then go ahead and spill it all over me? Oh my word. Only me. These things, I just don't understand. But anyway, the girl in the aisle seat, she just had to get used to it, because then I didn't have to go. I tried to go. If I had to go whenever the girl on the aisle, on the window seat went, because, this way it's a twofer. She doesn't have to get up more than once. But then I had to go. I had to go really bad. And this girl was like furious, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, And she slams her tray table up again. I don't know what people think. Do you really think no one's going to go to the bathroom? I forget how many hours the flight was. It's not that long, Chicago to Philly. But yeah, she wasn't happy. And she was taking a very, very, very long time to get up. So I think now she's being a little passive aggressive. But that's okay. You do you, boo. If you want to spend your life miserable and making other people feel uncomfortable, that's on you. But you can't embarrass me. I mean, look, I just spilled cranberry juice all over myself. I missed my flight. I overslept for Carly Pierce. I mean, I can't even be, I have to laugh. I just have to laugh. But she has taken an exceptionally long time to just, and then she had to get her back. I don't know. I think she was just kind of punking me because she was annoyed. And I really did feel bad, but I had to go, and I didn't have to go the other times. Well, guess what? She waited a little too long. And I had to run back to the bathroom to get to the bathroom because I don't think I can hold it. I do not think I can hold it. And I just about make it to the bathroom, thank God. Or I was going to lose it. I was just going to lose it all. I was just going to end up peeing myself on top of the cranberry juice, on top of everything else. But fortunately, I made it. Oh, but it was still a really fun weekend. And I had dinner at this place called Mader's, Mader. I guess apostrophe S. Oh, it's a German restaurant, German food. It's supposed to be the oldest German restaurant in Milwaukee, I guess. I don't know. Delicious. Oh my God, the food was so good there. I love German food. A good Wiener Schnitzel that's done right, and Spätzle, and just, the red cabbage. I just love it all. They give you so much food, though. I don't know how people can possibly eat all that. So, of course, I have to take all the leftovers and have them for dinner the next day. And they really heat it up nice in the microwave. But anyway, it was a really fun weekend. Tim McGraw was incredible, as usual. I mean, there's no surprise there. Man looks phenomenal. I mean, dad bod what? He ain't got no dad bod, that man. I'm telling you, he is just... he just seems so sweet. And, when you listen to a vocalist or a band or anybody that you like, you feel like you relate to them so well that you know them. So I feel like I know him, even though I don't. But he's just great, and I love his wife, Faith Hill, and we had really good seats. You could see the Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. They have it down right. I mean, everything was just even the service was good. It was just everything was great there. Bathrooms were clean. It was a really enjoyable concert. And and then today I went over to a local pub near me, and they had Cousin's Lobster truck, which is Maine lobster roll. Oh, if you've ever had a lobster roll, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't had one, then, you need to get one. But it was just big, thick chunks of succulent, delicious lobster on a roll. And I got the Connecticut, which means it comes with butter. And I believe the other kind is Maine, which comes with mayonnaise. But I got the butter. And then it was at a it's like a microbrewery there. So I got a flight. I liked all but one of them. Don't get me wrong, I drank it, but it was not my favorite. But the other ones were really, really good. And I love going to these places, and the names that they have for their beers crack me up. So I got Blonde. Jane Blonde. That was my one. The other one was... I can't remember. I can't even think of them. I should have written them down before I started this podcast, but I can't remember them. They'll come back to me. Short-term memory loss. But there's a lot of good ones in there. Really, really like that. The one, which is actually Blonde, Jane Blonde, that one was a little coppery for me. I don't know what to say. I'm not a beer snob at all. I'll pop open a Bud Light with no problem. But I don't know, it tasted like really coppery, which I think a lot of people like that, but it wasn't for me. But like I said, I drank it. But the other ones were delicious. And then I went with my friend to go see her son play water polo. And it was my first water polo event that I've ever gone to. And I really didn't know what water polo is. Like, we didn't grow up with water polo people. My high school didn't have a pool. So like, I heard of it. I knew about it. But of course, this was a joke. I wasn't serious. But I'm like, I can't wait to see this water polo tournament. Now, where do they keep the horses? Haha, very funny. But that's an interesting game. I mean, did you know they're not allowed to let their feet touch the ground at all? The goalie can in certain situations, but they literally have to tread water the whole game. Yeah, that's probably why I don't know anything about it, because that just sounds excruciatingly hard. But anyway, all in all, it was a great day. Then I came home and I got everything unpacked and I got my room organized and I did my nails and I did my facial treatment. And now it's 1:23. I should be asleep by now, but I just wanted to record a podcast to let you guys know that I had a great weekend and I had a lot of fun. And thank you again. I cannot get over how well everybody's enjoying these podcasts. I'm really happy. Thank you so much. I'm just like, I keep getting emails with like, oh, this follower and that follower, and then you've reached X amount, and da-da-da-da. It's great. I really, really appreciate it. And I can't just say it's all my friends and family this time, because, you know, it's when I was a singer in a band, I used to say that a lot. Yeah, well, it's crowded because it's all my friends and family. But, yeah, these are random strangers. Funny, strangers, which I think, I forget the statistic, but I heard like 70 or 80% of TikTokers are bots. So, I have Kevin Bacon following me. I have Jelly Roll following me. I mean, Clint Eastwood. Oh my God, that's the name of the beer. Clint Eastwood. Dang, I knew I'd get it. All right, tomorrow is another day. I got to get myself some sleep. And I look forward to recording my next episode. And again, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, guys, I appreciate all your support and following me, liking me, sharing my, I'm in, I think, like 5 countries now. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a million followers, but like, you know, I like going to different countries. It's fun. Or maybe they're the bots. Anyway, thank you all. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.